Google Stadia, Microsoft Project xCloud, Nvidia GeForce Now, Shadow. If you're a user of any of these cloud gaming platforms, or all of them like me, you'll be aware they all offer their own Android application so that you can play your games on the go, or you just have the flexibility to play AAA PC games on your phone. And if you're using an Apple device, Apple hates gamers. Sucks to be you. So all of these services work with the Xbox controller, for example, but is it charged? Do I need to go find new batteries? Where's that stupid little clip? I've got to play around in Bluetooth settings, or from Google Stadia, I need to grab a cable. So that is why I was very interested when I found out about the Razer Kishi. Kishi? This is a new phone peripheral from Razer in which their marketing is actually actively aimed at cloud gamers. They noticed us, guys. So as I mentioned, this version of the Razer Kishi is specifically for Android devices with a USB-C connection. However, there will be an Apple compatible version later this year with a Thunderbolt connection. We'll just have to see by then if Apple will allow cloud gaming applications into their precious App Store. So obviously in this video, we're going to be concentrating on cloud gaming, but just to point out that the Razer Kishi can be used for mobile gaming. However, the controller itself isn't compatible with all mobile games. For example, Fortnite, yes. Call of Duty, no.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
There is an application for the Razer Kishi which can be installed on your phone, and here Razer do a good job at pointing out all of the games from the Play Store which are compatible with the Razer Kishi. This will just avoid you going into the game store trying to find a game, installing it just to find out it doesn't work. Razer has also pointed out that that list of compatible games will grow in the coming months. So onto the controller itself. As I mentioned, it's connecting to your Android device via USB-C, and I'll leave a full link of those compatible devices in the description down below. So there is actually no internal battery built into the controller itself. It draws power directly from your phone, which is a win in my books. As I said, it's just one less thing to think about. You don't have to worry about the controller itself being charged before you jump straight into the games. Of course, what happens if your phone starts running out of battery? Because let's face it, gaming on your phone can be a big drain in battery. Well, the Razer Kishi has a USB pass-through on the bottom of the controller, allowing you to charge while you play. And then from my testing, I found this charging port to be in a very convenient location, didn't get in my way at all. Another benefit of the Razer Kishi's direct connection to your Android device, especially when it comes to cloud gaming, is reduced latency. While setups like the Xbox controller and the phone clip work great, that Bluetooth connectivity from the controller to your phone is just another additional layer of potential latency, which is also important when it comes to cloud gaming. I've actually bought and returned a good number of phone controllers in the past. The first one was the Razer Jungle Cat. That one was my fault for not reading the description. It did not fit my phone. I've also tried a plethora of cheap Amazon third-party phone controllers. Some of them had issues with their connectivity, or they were just cheap. Some of them were specifically meant for mobile gaming, so all they would allow you to do is remap touch control buttons. And very importantly, a lot of them don't actually have clickable analog sticks. You want to complete a game? Go ahead, it will take you 6 hours extra because you cannot sprint. So none of these have been an issue for me with the Razer Kishi. Like I said, it's actively marketed at us cloud gamers. It fits a wide number of Android phones, and yes, clickable analog sticks confirmed. The rest of the feel of the controller is kind of much of a muchness. It doesn't quite have that premium feel of an Xbox Elite controller, for example. It does come across as kind of plasticky, however that does make it lighter, maybe more convenient to transport. The analog sticks feel good and responsive. The shoulder buttons are okay, with the left and right buttons having a nice tactile feedback, whereas the trigger buttons feel a little bit scrapey, for lack of a better word. Nothing that's going to actually impact your gameplay, it's just me being nitpicky about the quality. The A, B, X, Y buttons may take a little while to get used to. There's nothing wrong with the actual feel of them, it's just Razer's decided to mix things up a bit with the colors. Green A, red B, blue X, yellow Y. That's how it's supposed to be, that's how it's always been. Come on Razer, a red A? Red means stop, bad, cancel, go back. It just feels weird to press red A to progress. I'm just a simple man. The unfolding mechanic of the controller is actually beautifully simplistic. It disconnects with 2 latches, which goes limp as a man who's had too much to drink and desperately needs a distraction.
Oh, hey, is that my phone?
I don't hear anything.
Oh, well now there's so much going on.
And then you're simply pulling it to fit the size of your device. I'm also a big fan of these vents on the front, which are used to redirect your phone speakers, so the sound is where it's supposed to be. Slapping you directly in the face, not off to the side. So if you're a cloud gamer who's looking to take their gameplay on the go, or maybe just to the sofa, then honestly, I couldn't recommend the Razer Kishi enough. So I've been testing this out extensively with Google Stadia, Nvidia GeForce Now, Microsoft's Project xCloud and Shadow. I've had zero compatibility issues, all of the services instantly picking this up as a standard controller. This is honestly the closest I've come to feeling like I'm playing AAA titles on a Switch. And honestly, that's the dream. So if you're interested in picking one up, I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. But if you enjoyed the video, I found it somewhat helpful, a like rating would be appreciated. If you have not already, remember to subscribe to the channel. And as always, I shall see you in the next one.